What it do, Dream Team? It's your boy D Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with the Northern Police. Welcome to the Northern, where we take a look at the Nordic welfare model and the Nordic society. I don't know why I read that. They're probably gonna read it. But my bro said I gotta check this one out. So we're gonna see how police are out there. Before we do, make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested.
Gör det genom en utomstående, neutral, icke-nordisk besökares ögon. Frågan är hurdant samhälle vi nordbor egentligen sist och slutligen har byggt upp. I det här avsnittet ska Peter Whittingham, till vardags polis i Los Angeles, USA, få se hur den nordiska polisen jobbar. Och bland annat lära sig att de norska kollegorna, ja, de jobbar obeväpnade.
You got an American police officer coming over to see how the Nordic police work. I like
customer.
We call them a customer. Yes, that's what we do.
It's just difficult for me to wrap my mind around as a police officer.
Of course it is. Yes.
The last time we fired our gun, I know it was last Friday.
I'm intrigued.
USA och de nordiska länderna har i proportion ungefär lika stor poliskår.
Really?
Och till stora delar rätt liknande brottslighet också. Vi talar stöld, skadegörelse, fortkörning, fylla, familjevåld, narkotika, för att nu nämna de
I would think it was way more in the US. Okay, this is interesting.
vanligaste. En stor signifikant skillnad finns det i varje fall, nämligen det här med vapenhanteringen. För bara under de första månaderna av till exempel 2012 avfyrade polisen i Los Angeles fler skott i tjänst än samtliga nordiska poliskårer tillsammans under hela året. Var det för att de verkligen måste göra det eller för att det nu helt enkelt bara blev så? Och hur ställer sig polisen här till sina maktbefogenheter? Vi har bjudit in en polis från nämnda Los Angeles Police Department hit till Norden för att diskutera polisiära likheter och framförallt skillnader.
I'm Peter Whittingham. I'm a police officer, police captain with a police department in Los Angeles. I have been in this business of law enforcement since 1974.
My God, that's almost, I don't know when this video was made, how many years ago, but if he was still in the thing today, he'd literally be at almost 50 years. That's crazy. Just as a police officer.
I joined the Jamaica Police Department as a young man in 1974, and then I migrated to the United States in late '83. You just never know when somebody is out there trying to not only prevent you from serving, but prevent you from going home to your family. That's the life of a Los Angeles police officer. I only point my weapon at someone when I am endangered. It's very easy to say that, you know, it's us against them. When you think that you're fighting for your life.
Resan börjar i Vasa, en stad på ungefär 60 000 invånare. Peter, han får besöka det stökigaste området i stan. Och vår gäst reagerar genast på den finländska kollegans ordval.
Our customers, we put them here.
Really?
Yes, and
You call them a customer?
we call them a customer. Yes, that's what we do.
Okay. We call them suspect.
Yes.
I said we call them suspects. Customer, that is interesting.
Att gå igenom utrustningen.
Tasers?
Taser.
Okay, that's similar to what we have. And you have... Okay, that's OC spray. And
ASP.
Yes, we do carry that as well. And how many handcuffs do you carry? Two handcuffs. Okay. That's similar to our. And this is your standard uniform.
Yes, standard uniform, and under uniform we all have naturally the bulletproof vest. Allowed asetta.
But how often do you have a shooting?
In Finland, if we think about the whole country in Finland, so should I say less than 5 times each year in whole Finland?
Have you ever had a shooting here in Vasa?
No.
That's crazy.
Or we have had
Less than 5 as a whole, as the country as a whole, less than 5 a year.
but it's maybe 4, 10, 20 years ago.
Really? I've had a lot of situations to have drawn my weapon. I have used a weapon since 1974. I'm very, very familiar with my weapon.
Och nu ska vi göra ett litet praktiskt test. Lasse, som sitter i bilen här, har just bränt förbi rött ljus i korsningen och polisen har följaktligen stannat honom. Hur skulle du själv uppleva att bli stannad på äkta LAPD-vis?
Keep your hands on the steering wheel.
Vi ska återkomma till det om en alldeles liten stund. Men nu ska vi fundera på vem som egentligen väljer yrket polis. I Umeå träffar vi Manda.
Jag heter Manda, är 23 år gammal och går här på polisutbildningen i Umeå. Amerikanska polisen. Ja, det är ju det man ser i tv på filmer. De är lite mer offensiva, framåt. Och så sen är de här serierna att de springer runt med högklackat.
Some of them wear high heels, or you gotta be like a high level detective or something, right? I would think. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't understand the police system a whole lot.
Welcome!
Vid polisakademin i Los Angeles räcker polisutbildningen 6 månader.
How long have you been here at the academy?
4 terms. So it's 2 years now.
2 years?
Yes.
And I thought 6 months was a long time. So it's about 17.
Inne på polisutbildningen i Umeå blir Peter lite förvånad över den, avslappnade approachen i korridorerna.
In the Los Angeles Police Academy, it is expected on day 1, as you report for duty in your suit and tie, that you see yourself as now in a changed environment. You're now a Los Angeles Police recruiting training. I was looking in the classroom, and there was a group of students in the classroom, and they were dressed in ordinary everyday clothes and tank tops.
Genom ett av fönstren ser han till och med skägg.
You can't have a beard in LAPD?
Student with beards.
Is that not common in
No,
LA?
not at all. No.
Can you have a beard?
No.
No, it's like in the military here in Sweden.
Yeah.
You really can't? I did not know that. LAPD, you can't have a beard? You kind of are like, I don't know, it seems like you are like separating yourself from the people in a sense. But I don't know. It's hard for me to critique and criticize when I don't know. I guess it's easier to judge someone who's in the arena when you don't have to be in the arena fighting or playing or anything like that, and for someone on the outside.
A beard.
That's
No.
crazy.
No, it's like in the military here in Sweden.
Yeah. In LA, you have to be clean shaven every day.
Wow.
Every day.
Yes. The casualness of the environment did not give the impression to what I'm used to in terms of police academy.
På skjutbanan blir det däremot allvar.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It's like this.
Harder. You're hitting like a girl.
Oh my god. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm
Are you
ready.
ready?
Okay, good. That's it. That's our cop hits. Okay, good.
And then
good,
you have to
good.
back off.
What motivated you to become a police officer?
I have always liked people, and I like working with people.
Okay.
And I think it's important with what's wrong and what's right, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's what I was telling earlier. That was my motivation as well.
Oh!
What month were you born? Let's talk about that.
What month? April.
Okay, so you're Aryan.
Yeah.
Is that it? Yeah. Okay.
My boy done brought the zodiac system into this. What the zodiac got to do with this?
And you're?
Sagittarian. I was very impressed with Manda, and I could tell as she explained her value system and the reasons why she really want to be a police officer, that we have a good cop in the making. Maybe approximately 30 minutes. And the interesting thing is that I haven't seen one police officer. I haven't heard one siren on a Friday night in downtown. That's remarkable. You could tell that the people walking around were not looking over their shoulders in fear of somebody trying to rob them. I couldn't find a police officer anywhere.
Well, we don't actually see much of the force
Oh, you
at all in the smaller villages.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, we have them for, 1 hour on Mondays. That's how long we have them.
like that.
Yeah.
We used
Really?
to have
Yeah.
4 cops stationed in our town, and 2 of them were were off to another place to help those guys. The other 2 were on vacation, so we didn't have anything
really?
for
Yeah.
3 months or something.
So
Did
basically,
he say like 4 cops in the whole town, or just 4 cops in that like actual area in the town?
we live in almost all this town.
When was the last time you talked to a police officer?
Several years ago.
God dang!
Have you seen police around?
Maybe one time, but
So you don't see a lot of police around
no,
here?
but it's also safe, so it's not
it's-
really needed here.
I like to see walking police officers, not just in the cars, you know.
Okay.
You see, but if you're walking, people could talk to him and then just discuss.
And you don't have a chance to talk to your police officers, do you?
That's quite sometimes, but they usually are in cars.
What do you think your police officers should focus on that would be of interest to you?
I'm not sure. They're doing a wonderful job, actually.
They are?
I'm
Okay.
not actually sure what they're doing, but
Uh-huh.
they're doing a good job. I mean,
What kind of crime?
My guy, you asked the wrong person. This is a young person who never really. I feel like, I mean, and he looks like they live in like such a safe place where police officers are rarely seen, but there's crime rarely being committed. And so he's like, they must be doing a good job, because I ain't seen no crimes. I ain't never been in no bad situations, so they must be doing great.
Occurs around here.
well, there was a murder here.
Thanks for
Oh,
talking
wow.
to me. Okay, take care. Stay safe.
Tillbaka till bilkontrollen tidigare. Vi hade alltså en fiktiv situation där chauffören har kört mot rött och har blivit stannad av polis. Nu ska vi se hur finländsk kontra amerikansk polis tacklar situationen. God kväll. God kväll.
Oh, wow.
Märkte du vad hände där vid korsningen? 200 meter bakåt.
Det blinkar inte.
Nej, det var lite rött ljus.
Keep your hands on the steering wheel. Okay.
Jaha.
What was your reason for opening the door?
When I open the door, I can immediately see much more than from the window. And then if the situations change, I can use the door as a shield. If he, for example, decides to attack from the car, so I can use the door as a shield and take steps backward, and I can play time for myself.
Okay. In my case, the hands are my concern. And as long as I can see his hands, I don't care what he wants to do with his feet.
Yes. We noticed that when you came to the car, you touched the corner.
Actually the trunk. And not just touch it, but I press it down.
Yes.
In the event that there was somebody in the trunk. So whoever's in there stays there.
Yes.
While I approach the door. That's just a normal tactics that we do. Do you do that?
If there's somebody in the trunk, so whoever in there stay, what you mean? People drive around people in the trunk often like that. No, but that's very interesting to me. Opening the door. That's very. I feel like in America, I feel like people would definitely throw a fit because like you're not allowed to like enter the vehicle or something without, I guess, proper cause or something like that. I feel like the citizens would actually throw a fit about that one. But I understand where he's coming from with the ability to use the door as a shield if anything was to happen. I do like that. I do like that. And so definitely different approaches. This is very interesting. I love seeing differences.
I approach the door. That's just a normal tactics that we do. Do you do that?
No, we don't do that.
Okay. Anything out of the norm would alert you. Is it a case where there's an attempt to hide something? His head is not moving, but you can tell his shoulders moving. Then you're going to do whatever you have to do to make sure that you're prepared for any sudden moves out of the ordinary.
Och under natten har han nåtts av tråkiga nyheter från jobbet där hemma.
One of my officers was involved in an OIS officer-involved shooting.
Oh, wow.
It's unfortunate, but the officer is okay, and that's the important thing.
Vi reser som bäst omkring i Norden tillsammans med Peter Whittingham. Till vardags jobbar han som polis i Los Angeles Police Department. Vi håller på och jämför polisutrustning mellan USA och Norden. Vi frågar oss varför amerikansk polis är så skjutbenägen, och vi är för tillfället på väg till Mo i Rana i Norge. Som är speciellt på det viset att det landets poliskår är obeväpnad. Återstår att se hur Peter köper det.
Mo i Rana is it's a picturesque city, especially in the winter. It's like a postcard city.
År 2013 avfyrade norsk polis summa 1 varningsskott i luften och 2 skott mot person. Bara i Peter Whittinghams hemstad Los Angeles är siffrorna fullständigt annorlunda.
Wow, more than 90 rounds that man on one-on-one freeway. Shit.
Jeg heter Remi Anbakk. Jobber i politiet siden 2000. Jobber til daglig som vaktleder, så er den som er leder for styrken som er på. Vi har mye narkotikakriminalitet, veldig mye. Og så er det vanlige med vold, vinning, altså innbrudd og den biten. I Norge skytes det kanskje 1 skudd i året. I USA er det vel litt mer. Men
fire 1 shot per year. Fire 90 rounds at 1 car. That's it.
Har da også en helt annen klientell å forholde seg til.
Facts. That's facts.
Orsaken till de norska siffrorna är förstås att polisen där är obeväpnad. Nu ska vi se hur Peter reagerar på den informationen.
What kind of equipment do you carry in your belt?
Handcuffs, the pepper spray,
Okay.
baton. Yeah, radio.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
What caliber weapon do you carry?
Not on the body.
Not on the body.
We don't carry guns.
No.
No.
Really?
No. We don't. We have it in a locker in the car.
In a locker?
Yeah.
The officer said that the last time somebody fired a gun here was 5 years ago.
That's crazy.
The last time we fired a gun, I know it was last Friday. I don't understand the rationale for any police department that tells me that I am to be deployed in the field, not knowing what to expect, and I have to keep my gun locked up in the car, in a locker. Doesn't make sense. What about cities like Oslo?
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't. I think it makes sense considering where they're at. I mean, there hasn't been a shot fired in 5 years. So I mean, in that sense, I feel like it does make sense. In America, no, it wouldn't make sense. I understand it. Like going around unarmed, it's just in America, it's not possible, and it's not a good idea for American police to do that, because you have so many citizens that are armed because of the right to bear arms. So, but over there, I'm sure there's a lot less guns in the hands of citizens, so they don't really have to worry about that.
Yeah. Do the officers there, same thing, are not allowed to carry guns?
Yeah, no one in Norway carrying guns.
Really?
No. Everyone has to ask. Also, we bring it in the cars, and if something happens, if it's urgent, and I just take it out, but I have to call and say I took out the guns. But
in a big city like that, it is more likely that you will have more.
They bring out their weapons every day.
Yes.
So someone said that we are the world's most not armed police.
Okay.
The world's most unarmed armed.
Men vad innebär det här alltså i praktiken? En polis går beväpnad, en annan går obeväpnad. Vi tar och ställer oss på torget i Mo i Rana och så föreställer vi oss att en man just har rånat en av affärerna. Han har sprungit iväg och nu står han och skriker och viftar med någonting som ser ut som ett vapen. Hur skulle våra två poliser här agera om de råkar patrullera förbi?
Well, I would get behind cover and give directions from behind cover. Maybe there, where I could clearly see the suspect. If the person is armed, the suspect is armed with a weapon that would threaten the life of the victim, or my life is in danger. In defense of my life, I will discharge my weapon.
Och hur skulle obeväpnade Remi tackla läget?
If you know or somebody have seen a knife or a gun, then we will bring the guns. But we will use every options to not use the gun.
So we have a different force options.
Yes.
Depend on the level of force, and it can escalate certainly from a verbalization to a pepper spray.
Yeah.
Then we may go to the level of a taser.
Yeah.
Then we may deploy a beanbag.
Yeah.
And with those options available, we're able to minimize lethal force.
I think the local police in the last maybe 15 years have maybe fired one round.
Okay.
That's crazy.
And that's warning shots. Yeah.
That's such an insane difference between the two. It's crazy. My guy Peter lost over here. He how is this possible?
Nå, vad tycker allmänheten då om att lagens långa arm måste först ringa chefen förrän han eller hon får beväpna sig?
Sometimes I think they should be armed.
Yeah.
Because there's many people with guns and knives.
Okay.
Well, I think it's okay. They have their guns in the cars, I think.
But do you think it's a concern if they are confronted with somebody with a gun and they have to go back to their car to retrieve their weapon?
Of course, that's not convenient, is it?
Especially if you are the one who's targeted.
They can't not do anything if the criminal have the gun.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, police will stay, what? Don't shoot. Yeah.
I think it's the right way for me because sometimes if you just have to come on with your weapon, it's like pushing the person to act immediately.
Okay.
So I think their own way is like to just behave like there is nothing that's going to happen, and then when you try to react, then they also react.
I feel that.
Tillbaka i Mo i Ranas polisstation berättar Remi om säkerhetsarrangemangen i själva byggnaden.
The glass is bulletproof. Also at the windows in the room you see the officers, the working room.
There's a bulletproof?
Yes.
Yes?
And there is the wall below the window is made of steel and steel inside.
Oh. Wow.
But how do you rationalize the security measure that you take to secure the station at the same time deprive you of the ability to immediately arm yourself to respond to a life-threatening situation?
That's a tough one. It is, and I think it's not logical. It is not for me.
Yeah.
But that's maybe politician, maybe it's Norwegian. I don't know.
The officer said that one of their own got killed.
Oh wow!
Because he went to a knife fight with his bare hands. You deprive them of the ability.
They don't got a. I thought they had like a baton.
To effectively respond to those situations. I don't understand, and I suspect from the conversation I had with that officer that he agrees. He indicated that that there's a split in the police department. That some 51% is in favor of carrying a firearm.
Oh wow!
And another 49, the 49ers as we call them, are reluctant to.
LAPD-polisen Peter Whittinghams resa i Norden är slut. Och vi frågar honom om hans bild av de nordiska poliskollegorna.
And going back to Vasa and the other cities we have been, I don't get the sense that anybody is seriously concerned about their safety. That is good.
Yeah.
The concern, however, though, is the extent to which law enforcement officers may take that for granted and become so complacent that since there are no serious crime here, I need not be prepared. The unfortunate thing about that is it puts you in a situation where you're always learning from 2020 hindsight. The culture of law enforcement here is that it's not going to happen here.
And I can understand what he's saying in his last remarks. But I mean, yeah, like there really isn't crime there. I mean, the people are trusting of the police. They're not afraid of the police. They don't carry guns. They're not armed. Whether that's good or bad, I guess it just decides where you're at. It just where they're at, they don't really they had to fire one shot in the last 5 years. So it's just, it seems like gun crimes are not really a thing there. Where over here, there, like I said before, there's so many guns that it's not realistic for it to happen in America, for police to go out unarmed. It's not realistic. So it's just different places have different rules, and that's understandable. The training, like I said, wish we could definitely have more training here, but I also do understand that you gotta put people out on the streets. Like, you need manpower out there, and so you can't train as long as you would like because you gotta get them out there. So they're just difficult situations. Different places have different rules, different laws. That's all we got. You guys got a favorite video suggestion? You can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. It's your boy D Neal. Out.